Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Okay, one sec. Let me adjust my stuff really quick. I'm currently testing a new thing with my little avatar dude. So I should be able to, in theory, so I'm just adjusting my mic. In theory, I should be able to, what's it called? Have him, like, flick on and off whenever I'm speaking and not speaking. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Now he's more, like, reactive and stuff, and it feels more like an actual person since you... Okay, stream has reconnected. Yippee skippy. It hasn't completely lagged out. That's a W. That is a W in my opinion. Alright. So let me turn on some musics for you little lads. We're gonna listen to a nice, peaceful little playlist. Great to see you, Pigeon. As always. Good to see you too, CJ. Mediacom at it. Yes, Mediacom is being cringe. We hate Mediacom. Mediacom is stupid. Alright, one second. Let me just turn this music up a little. There you go. Now you guys have some nice little peaceful music to listen to while I slave away, as one does. Alright, so we have this nice little thing set up. Okay, so far, what I've added since I've been gone, because, you know, I was working on Love You Too, Pigeon. Oh, yeah, one sec. I also need to post the whoopsie doodles. One sec. I need to post the link of my little streamy thing. Where is it? Okay. Alright. Ignore my silly antics. Goodbye, Stefano's lover. That's funny. Alright, so, okay. Is the music volume good for y'all? It's not, like, too loud, not too crazy quiet. It's decent, hopefully. Oh, I like how whenever I click, it also thinks I'm speaking. So I can just, like... could just flicker in and out with my clicking. I can do it with my typing, too. That's funny. I do have my mic really close to my keyboard right now, though. But that's mostly so I can have it close to my mouth. So then it's more clear hearing me speak. Gotta have it all fancy. Necro, good to see you. Welcome. I'm blowing up. Are you exploding? Are you a nuclear bomb? Very, very important questions. Okay, so far though, yeah, what I've added since all that long break and working on other stuff. So I'll open this. So we have, you know, obviously the main menu. Looking pretty snazzy. Once you eventually unlock the stand in the domain expansion, you can completely destroy the main menu as shown in the one thing. You can also actually the buttons have hitboxes, so if I can, there you go. You can sit up here too, if you want. Just pretty fun. The capybara's down here. He's absolutely vibing. But yeah, you know, fun little main menu. Right now, the settings credits don't do anything because I haven't added those in yet, but, you know, they're there for when I add that in. And then quit, obviously closes the game, and then play. It takes you, you know, to your little class select screen. Eventually, when I add, like, the saving and loading mechanic, I'll just have it where when you press play, it'll check if you have a saved file. If you have a saved file, it'll load it. If not, then it'll just take you to this, like, new game, you know, pick a class screen. So for now, we'll just do just the Acrobat, because why not? And then, yeah, then it'll take you to the tutorial. We have the different little guys. As also shown in the most recent short, I changed their voices, because that, like, sound I made before, I was kind of going for, like, a funny little gibberish talk, but, like, it was really, really loud and, like, hurt my ears. So I was like, I'm just going to go for a more standard speaking sound. That's a lot easier on the ears. So yeah, so here's the little tutorial so far. Or well, not so far. This is basically the tutorial. So, so he teaches you, the basics, how to rocket jump. You have a little rocket jumping thing here. And then, then he tells you to jump back across here. Grab this little orange and head back. And as per usual, you can also still steal his hat, if you so. Yep, then he just tells you to cross the water. You feed the capybara. And then he tells you to jump back into the water. So you can get your bucket. Shows you that, just the basics. And then, it reminds you that you can only carry bucket or orange. You can't carry both at the same time. And then we have a little goat to test shooting on. And then there's Amen, a streamer friend of mine. And I added him for the funniest because I thought it'd be funny. And I mean, this game is quite chaotic and has random stuff. And he teaches you how to backflip. Just for funsies. And then after a little bit, it'll fade to black. And it'll take you to your home. Hooray! And so this is like the home base area. I basically just converted the testing place into that. I ended up switching some stuff around. So now, because I was kind of thinking about it game design wise. And the hunger and thirst system, just like, it doesn't work in a like, what's it called? In a like platformer, like puzzle jumping kind of game, like where you have like little levels. Like it works in like if I did a more Stardew approach to this game, but like it just doesn't in like what this game is so far. So what I ended up thinking of, ignore Mooford over here. He's just enjoying the scenery. I basically made it where you can feed and water him over here, just like for funsies if he's just chilling. But it's more of like a back end thing. Because I'm going to add a little like map thing here where you can interact and go to different levels. So it'll mostly just be like, doing fun platforming levels, that kind of stuff. Messing around with your abilities, killing enemies, that kind of thing. And then right here is just like a nice little thing if you just want to chill with your capybara for a bit. But yeah, pretty chill. And then yeah, so you can just like grab your oranges from up here if you want to feed him and so on. So it's not going to be like #1 priority. Obviously though, if it does get to 0, you will still like die. So you do have to keep track of it, but not like super crazy important. It could basically just be between each level, just run over, feed him, water him, and then you're fine. But yeah, and then I can close this really quick. What's it makes this? The font title is 50. Exactly. Yeah, I tried to go for a nice font for the title that makes it feel kind of like a little bubbly per se. So it looks very nice. Hey, Copper, good to see you. Sony used his own house as inspiration for the environment. I did not. I mean, kinda. Not too much though. Just a little, just a tiny. And then here's the little map. So it's gonna be 15 levels, as you can see. Right now, this is the only way to get here. Is just previewing this. I still have to work on this more. But we have a little map, and then the flag will show which level you're currently on. You can still replay levels, but it'll basically, you'll do this. You click the level, and it'll take you to said level. Or like whenever you hover over it, it'll have text or something. It'll take you to the level. You do the level, and then it'll take you back to the house. And then whenever you come back here, this level will be like blacked out. The flag will be here, and so on. And each level you can unlock maybe like a new weapon or something, different things like that. So that's the general idea. So what I'm thinking is for this stream, we make the little map thing over here so that you can like interact with it. And then we'll make the actual levels. So we'll start on like little level design stuff. Yippee skippy. Hooray. And then it can finally be done with this game. And I can work on more horror games because horror games are fun. Yippee. Alright. Anyway. So yeah, let's get started on a map thing. So the thing is, I don't know if I want to do like a map thing. I kind of want to do almost like a, maybe I'll put it like right here on the house, like a little billboard, or like a, fuck, what's it called? Like a cork board, like where you like pin up little things, and so I'll just have that and have a little map on it. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so let's open A Sprite for this, because you guys can actually see A Sprite when I open that. One sec, let me... Where is A Sprite? There's A Sprite. Hooray! Let me just fit this to the screen properly. Yeah, bulletin board. Yeah, that's the one. See, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. That's more or less centered. It's fine. It's fine. Ignore my brother giggling in the other room. Okay. So yeah, so we'll just do just like a nice simple little thing. And say something kind of like that. And then we'll just get like a slightly... Oh, why is that 4 pixels thick? There we go. Keep that nice and centered. And then honestly, just to give it that like, almost a chalkboard, the cork kind of look, we're just gonna like use spray paint tool, my beloved. Spray paint tool is, oh my god, I swear, the most helpful tool in existence. Like, it's so good for just like texturing things for like such minimal effort. It's wonderful. So we're just gonna go around different colors here that are generally cork looking. Boom. Cork board. Magical. And then yeah, and then we'll just add a little map looking thing on top of that to make it look like a map is pinned on the bulletin board. So let's get nice little map colors. Okay. Why is that 5 pixels thick? Okay. So we're gonna do from like here. Kind of like this. Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna get darker ones. Like that. There we go. Yeah, spray paint tool. Oh my god. It's so helpful. It's so helpful, dude. That thing is wonderful. It makes doing art, both pixel art and normal art, just like, oh, it's so much faster. And it looks so nice. And I just love how it just, Spray paint tool is amazing, bro. It's such a good time saver. It's wonderful. Spray paint tool, my beloved. Let's do some nice little highlight looking things on there. And just do some of these little things here. Honestly, we can use the wonders of spray paint tool on here too, just to give that extra little bit of texture for minimal effort. Because spray paint tool is magical. How to create Minecraft. Honestly, that's so real though. That's like so real. It's so easy to make Minecraft looking textures with spray paint tool. Oh my goodness. One second, let me lower the opacity of that. There we go. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, so then we're just gonna add some little like somewhat low opacity red dots on it, just to be like the little bulletin markers. We'll just do like boom, 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 something like that. And then we'll just add like a little low opacity brown line in between all of them. So then it just feels like that little like trail kind of thing. Beautiful. That looks like a map on a, what's it called, bulletin board to me. Alright, and then I'm also just gonna put it more like that so it's more in the center. There we go. And then we'll add little gray dots at the top of this to just make it look like it's kind of pinned on there. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. Sweet. Alright, so now we're just gonna export this. Downloads, PNG, map, board, save, export, close. Don't save. Yay. Alright. We are vibing. But yeah, oh yeah, like you said, what's it called? For the Minecraft like textures. For example, if I open this here, all of these, and I'm sure you can probably see it now that I've like pointed it out, Spray paint tool, bro. Spray paint tool for like all the texturing. I literally just made the rough basic colors that I wanted, made a little gradient, and then spray paint tool. It just works, bro. Spray paint tool is everything. It is amazing. Pixel art does not have to be as difficult as most people make it out to. I mean, it obviously still can be like challenging and difficult sometimes, but like spray paint tool. Spray paint tool makes texturing so many different things so easy. And it looks good too, you know? Like even if you have just like a little thing, like if I wanted to on this house, but this house I kind of like the smoother look. But like, or like for the cow, for example, it literally just spray paint tool. Like if you just want to make anything, yeah, Terraria too, yeah. If you want to make anything just look like more detailed or just like fancier, or like make it look like it took longer to make, like with this, just spray paint tool. It just does all the work for you. It's great. All you have to do is have like a slightly basic idea of where like the lighting and shadows should go, and then you just use lighter and darker colors with spray paint tool, and boom, super high detail, fancy, cool looking pixel art. It's baller. Very, very baller. We love spray paint tool. It literally hard carries me through like half the pixel art I make. On God. Like, or here's a fucking wonderful example. One sec. I'm gonna pull up an image for you guys. Where is it? I know I have it somewhere. Here it is. Okay, okay, watch this. You guys are about to be amazed. One sec. Let me. Where? How am I gonna do this? Okay, I'm just gonna make a new window that like pulls up a thing. Oh. Okay, yeah, we'll just do this. That makes it easier. Okay. All right. So here's a little. Oh my God, why is it so tiny? Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's a little thing of pixel art I made a while ago, right? Okay. So this is without any colors. I was working on trying to make an isometric house just to like make one just for fun because I thought it would be a cool thing to draw. So we have the, house with no color. Let me also center this. There you go. So it's not rotated. So we have little house, right? And so that's without color, just basic blocking it out. Then here it is when I drew it with color, which I think looks really, really nice. But when I use spray paint tool after to texture things, after adding the color, look at how much better that looks. Like I'll do a little like side by side for you here. One sec. Where the fuck is the duplicate button? Copy, paste. And it's like I swear it's like a night and day difference. Let me just make this a little bit smaller so you can see them side to side. So here's before, or well, it's other way around, but you know what I mean. One of them, the one on the left, has spray paint tool. The one on the right, just basic colors. Like the one on the left just looks so much more detailed. And like looks like it has so much more life in it. You know? Like it looks like it's actually a building that has like some wear and tear. Especially on like the concrete stairs and stuff. But like, yeah, dude, spray paint tool? Holy fuck. Spray paint tool, my beloved. That thing is amazing. Yeah, now let me get rid of these images so you don't have a giant house image. There we go. Exactly, yeah, it gives it like urban rundown city vibe. Exactly. And so like spray paint tool, my God. I swear by that thing. Spray paint tool, magical. Absolutely lovely. Alright. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, adding the little map thing to the game. Whoopsie doodles. Oh wait, there. Cannot have spaces in there. Almost forgot. Okay. And I'm just gonna... We're just gonna take this, and then we're also gonna double the size of that. So then it's the right pixel ratio as the rest of everything else. Beautiful. I think that looks pretty nice right there. Put it like right here. Yeah, That should be good. Actually, we might make it a little bit lower, so then like it looks like the player could realistically look at it. Because he's kind of a short little lad. He's half the size of the door, you know? But that's okay. Okay, so then we'll give this, we'll do like -1, so then the player should be able to walk in front of it. Let's see how this looks. Perfect, there we go. And then I'll just add a little thing like, you know, press a button that like pops above your head whenever you go over to it. Yeah, that should be good. Beautiful. Ah, the good. Quote that guy from SpongeBob. Alright. So yes, we have that, and now we'll just add a text object, and then we'll just call this like interact. And we'll just have like, we'll do a black outline, black shadow, white text, and then we'll just do like that and like E. Okay, let's actually switch the font to the little bubble letters that we have in here and see how that looks. You know what, let's get rid of these, and then let's just make this a little bit bigger. Let's see how that looks. So. Alright. So that we'll just have this in here. We'll just put that above the player. Let me just set it to 0. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do for this. Okay. So we're just gonna have player. Oh wait, I forgot I named him something else, didn't I? Ah, that's what it was. Yep. Let's actually, I'm gonna try moving my mic a little bit out of the way of my keyboard so I'm not like constantly bumping it with my hands when I'm trying to type. There we go. So I'm gonna change a map on the bulletin board and put it in the middle of a work office. Yeah, that sounds alright. One sec. I don't know why I still haven't like moved these around, but I literally have a giant stack of like random Pokemon cards from when I was little, like just random ones that look relatively expensive, and they're all like in slips just like on my desk, and I just haven't moved them yet, so my mic is sitting on top of a pile of Pokemon cards. Yippee skippy. I need to like sell those someday or something, because like I have a shit ton of them, and even if they're not like super expensive, there's still so many of them. I could probably get a decent bit of monies for them. And some of them I know are probably expensive. I have like a couple Pokemon cards that are from like 1990 something or some shit. Fancy stuff. Fancy stuff. Okay. Okay. I remember what I'm doing. I'm not getting sidetracked, guys. Trust. Exactly, bro. Quite literally. I need to like, I don't know where I would sell them, you know? Like, what's the best place to do that? Like, is there a place specifically to do that? Or would you do something like that on, like, eBay or, like, Marketplace or some shit? You know? Fuck, what did I name? Oh, I named it Interact, didn't I? Yeah. Opacity. Add 10. And then whenever it's not in collision, subtract 10. Yay. And then we'll just do interact, put around player. We'll do like 50 distance and then like 270. And so that should hopefully put it like right above my head. Yeah, there we go. So now we go over to it, just press E, or it has a little fan that says E, which I would assume most people would assume that like that means press E. But I mean, if they can't figure that out, that might be their own problem. But you know, to each their own. Alright. So I'm gonna turn up my mic volume a tiny bit since I moved it farther away from my mouth, so then you guys can still hear me, hopefully. Alrighty. What was I doing? Bro, I like keep looking at chat and then like completely losing train of thought. I'm okay. Let me read this real quick. What was I in the middle of doing? Oh yeah. Okay, I remember. Okay. Key released. Oh, my mic just fell. Okay, put it back up. Then we would do pause and start a new scene. And we're gonna set it to map. Perfect. And then we're gonna go to the map and we're gonna have at the beginning of the scene. At the beginning of the scene, play a sound. And we're gonna go find a specific sound that I use quite frequently when it has to do with paper related sound effects. Where the frack is it? My goodness, my brother is making some interesting noises over there. Bro, where is the sound effect? It's in here somewhere. Trying to find it. No, it's not that sound. Damn, where is it? It should be in here. It's not this, is it? No, it's not that sound. It's somewhere in here. Somewhere. Bro, I can actually not find this. I like know 100% that it's in here, but I cannot find it. Oh, there it is. I found it. Hooray. Page flip sound effect, my beloved. Okay. So now when you start the scene, you have a nice little paper sound. I'm sure you guys have heard that sound before in See-Through Static and Sounds from Silence. And from the really old trench test videos, if you remember that. There we go. Make it a little bit faster. Oh, didn't let me open that. Let's do actually faster than that, and then we're gonna make it a little bit quieter. There we go. Nice little map sound. Perfect. So now if I go over here, I can do this. Perfect. And so now you can look at the map. Lovely. And honestly, you know what I might do actually? I have an idea. So right now, there's kind of just like, you know, the void behind this map. So what I'm going to do is, since it's on the house, right? Quite literally, not in the sense of it's free. I mean, the map is free too, but we are just going to take this house and we're going to stretch the living motherfucking shit out of it. And we're just going to do like this. Actually, no, because it's behind the bulletin board. Fuck, I didn't think about that. Okay, never mind. We're deleting this house. I was going to just use part of the house as the background, but it's on a bulletin board. So we got to use a bulletin board. The I almost said chalkboard again. The cork board. Cork board. Okay, we're just going to do this one. We're going to throw this in here. We're going to stretch the fuck out of it. And then we're just gonna like shrink that down so the map part is behind it. That's probably fine. I mean, it works. I don't know particularly how well, but I mean it does work. Okay, wait. Maybe we do this, right? Hear me out. And then we put the house behind that. Because I feel lazy and don't feel like making more art for this right now. I just want to get this part done. Cheating this is exactly. I just want to get to the part where I can like, what's it called? Wait, where's the? Oh, I put that at 25. Yeah, I just want to get to the point where I can start working on like the let's make this a little bit smaller so then you can like kind of maybe see some of the other details in there. Yeah, like let's put it like right here. Let's see how that looks. Okay, yeah, no, you literally can barely fucking see the difference. Okay, let me just make it smaller then. So then you can really see some more stuff in there. Or at least for the first 2 seconds. Wow, yeah, that like low-key makes almost no difference. I'm just gonna stretch this a little bit more out. I did not mean to open Steam there. Whoopsie. Okay, you know what? That's fine. It works. It's fine. Trust. Okay. So we do that. So now whenever we go over here and we go to interact with the map, it should. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And then we'll just have a thing where like if you press any key, it'll go back. So let's do that. So let's go to map. This part is painful to watch. My bad. See, that's like the stuff you don't see with game dev is like the behind the scenes cheating the shit. Like cheating the system type stuff. Just to like do something easy. How to cut corners 101. Alright, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do go back to previous scene. There we go. So now if you press another button, it'll go back. Or fuck, wait, you actually have to have a scene to go back to. Whoopsies. So you go to here, press E, and if you press another button, it'll take you back. So then it just looks like you're opening up a thing. And then you can, you know, select whichever level, and then if you don't want to select all of it, you can just press a button, and then you'll come back here. Alright. Yoink. Perfect. Beautiful. You'll love to see it. Alright, so now we have that. And now, because that is done, and you can actually, like, interact with that now, we can get to the point of like actually making levels, which is like the whole point of the stream. Yippee. This part will be a lot more fun per se. Okay, so I'm also gonna duplicate this, and we're gonna make a variant of this where we just do that. So then in this one, Mooford won't be there. Perfect. Okay. And so we're mostly doing that because he's only supposed to be like here at the start of that when you get out of the tutorial. So we'll have it where once you complete a normal level and it goes back, it'll take you to this one instead. Hooray! Okay. Home base, done. Very epic. We stay winning. Alright. So yeah, now that that's done, we basically just need to make it where the map takes you to a level. And then we have to actually make said level. So let's get to it. Testing area, duplicate, and we're just gonna name this level 1. And then we're gonna toss that down here. We're gonna open that up. Perfect. Okay, so we're just gonna do, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sneeze. Rip me for the G. So real. Actually, fun fact though, one thing that is kind of nice with that is, let me open home base 2 really quick. So he's actually not dead, thankfully. Poor movie. If you actually go over by the water, he's having a nice nice leisurely little chill session over here, and you can speak to him, where he's just enjoying the scenery, and you can steal his hat. So then you can have his hat whenever you want. Hooray! Very lovely. Alright. So yeah, so now that's good. Let's go to the map here, and we will do cursor in touch with marker 1, and then we'll do once, I'll do mouse button released, and then we will change the scene to level 1. Hooray! Okay. So now, like, for example, we can, like, go to this, click this, and then boom! In level 1. But level 1 is obviously just the testing area right now, since we haven't customized anything. So we're going to do that. So we're going to have orange tree. We're going to remove this, because, like I said, that stuff is just staying at the house. Don't really need it. Honestly, same with the water. We don't need that either. So we're going to get rid of that. Beautiful. Alright. And then, oh yeah, and the Muford, we don't need him either. This time Muford is dying. Poor Muford. Big sad. Bro is dead as hell. And the text box, we can get rid of that too. We don't need that either. Okay. Beautiful. My brother doing a silly again. Okay. So we have that. And then the capybara, we will set him and the other stuff outside of the map here. Mostly because, what's it called? We still need him to exist because your health is kind of linked to his health, you know? So, we're just gonna toss him right over here. He'll be fine. And then for this, we're also gonna do hunger. We're just gonna pause that. And then thirst drain, we're also gonna pause that. So then he won't get hungry and thirsty while you're in a level. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So now we have all our nice little stuff over here. And yeah, and all we really need to do now is just paint ourselves a nice little level. So we're just gonna get rid of all this over here. Gonna get rid of all this over here. Just get rid of that. And then we will make a nice little wall here. Oh, wrong direction. There. Make a nice, very tall wall here to ensure that you cannot just like dip out the map. Hard mode variant. That is possible. That definitely could be. Okay, we're just gonna block this off so then like you can't really see through the wall, because that would kind of break immersion. Okay, so with that, and now we just need to toss this right here, so then it kind of curves nicely. And then this, I honestly don't even know why I did that, because that's just unnecessary work that I don't need to do. Alright, so we're gonna make a nice little flat thing here. We're gonna take all of these ground hitboxes and just like delete them, because we kind of don't need that. I'll put that one there, and then we will put one here on this wall. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Sweet. So now we can, yeah, just start painting a nice little level. However we so desire. So let's see, what do we want to start with? Let's maybe make like a fun little thing of stairs here. Do that. I'll do something like that. Nice little blocky stairs. And then we'll throw... Ooh, I don't need that. Let's toss an enemy up here. Or you know what, we'll just toss a goat. We'll toss like a goat or two down here. Lovely. And then yeah, let's add in the floor hitbox here. Okay, let's see how this looks really quick. Spawn in, have a nice little spot here. Have a little goat kind of like runs over right away. Oh, I fell into the void. I will obviously fix the whole void thing. Okay, so we have a nice little thing like that. Honestly, we could create some nice little floating platforms. Just like, you know, little fun stuff you can try to like rocket jump onto. Do some cool little parkour. That sounds nice. Okay, so let's expand this. Okay. Can add some nice little platforms here. To do like another little one here and then another little one here. And then we'll probably add some more like little enemies below. Exactly. The reason why they float is yes. It's like Mario. You just have floating platforms because yay. No other reason. Literally just I feel like it. And also from a game design perspective, it just adds more things to do, which is always a good thing. Actually, that's a lie. That's not always a good thing. Sometimes you can have too much to do in a game, and then things become a little tedious, but in this situation of a platformer, we want to have a pretty decent amount of options to jump and places to go and stuff. Alright, sweet. So now we have a nice little jumping thing up here. Honestly, we could add one of these little guys over here somewhere. Let's put him like over here. Let's see how this looks. Also, just double checking you guys can. Okay, you guys can see the game whenever it is. Oh, why are you in the floor? You are not permitted to be in the floor. Please tell me right now why you're in the floor. Forbidden. Why is brother in the floor? Oh. W. Oh, I can't aim. Oh, okay, there we go. I missed. Okay, maybe having a demon level 1 might be, ouch. Be gone, little goats. Can I make it? Okay, no, I can't. If I double jump, yeah. Wow, I forgot how high you go and double jump around. Okay, so we have some nice little platforming stuff here. I think I'll put the demon a little bit farther back. Because, like, that is kind of nuts, him doing that. Hello! Welcome to the stream, Katie. Good to see you. Very epic. We're currently doing some fun little level design. Messing around with that kind of stuff. True, how dare the goats survive that first blast? Oh my god. They should have never existed. Instant death. That is what is needed. Okay, we're actually going to move these up a little bit. because I don't want you to bump your head on it on accident while you're, oh, while you're like rocket jumping down here. And then yeah, and we'll put the second goat up here. That sounds fun. I think I also might add a speedrun timer to this game, just because I feel like that would be like a really fun thing to do, you know? I feel like people would enjoy speedrunning a game with like such high mobility, with like the rocket jumping and all that, you know? So yeah, so we'll add a speedrun timer at some point too. I feel like that would be enjoyable. So then you can see like your best times on each level. Okay, and then actually we're gonna do this just to like make these platforms feel just a little more lively per se. Okay. Let me also just do this too. There we go. The only thing with this goat up here. And solo queuing DVD. Oh no. I'm so sorry for your loss. It's truly tragic. The big sad. Do me for part of a level. What if you're crossing over water on a bridge and some enemies come out of the water? That'd be a really good time to use the little crab dudes that we have. So yeah, we could definitely do that. Yeah, we could definitely have like a level with like some water where the crabs just kind of arise out of it. Yeah, that's a great idea. Wonderful. Okay, we're also gonna go over here into the main code over here. I'm just gonna go enemies. And where is it? This. We're gonna take this and we're gonna make it where when you hit goats and stuff, they also hurt you. Because like originally no, it was gonna be defend the capybara, but like that just does not work in this. So we're gonna make it where if they hit you, you do take damage. And we're gonna do that. So we'll do that. Okay. And then we will say there we go. And we'll say if that's not enabled. And then also we're just gonna do the same thing for crabs really quick. So then they can damage you. Oh yeah, I forgot the crabs have the same name as that. There we go. Okay, so now the goats should be able to damage you without, what's it called? Let's see if he hits me here. Oh my god, why does he do damage so fast? Holy mother of fucking shit. My goodness. Okay, we're gonna do this so then you have some iframes because holy mother of hell. Let's see, he should be able to attack a lot slower now. There we go. That gives you more of a chance to like, you know, not die, per se. And then also made it to where they only can do damage while, what's it called? Trying to think of what it is. Oh, hi, Bile. Good to see you. Game flash to have baby Brewbox get to explode. Yep. I take for the speedrun thing, make it an option later. Yeah, that would be a good idea, yeah. Have like, what's it called? Like a speedrun timer setting that you can turn on or off and it'll like have a timer in the thing. I think I'll also do, like each individual level is also timed so then you can just see your best time for each level, I feel. So then if people want to speedrun like an individual level instead of like the entire game, then they can try and do that too. Okay, so I'm gonna change the goat's code here so that he doesn't just dive off of this immediately, you know? So we'll go here, we'll just say like stay. And we'll do false by default, but we're gonna have this one be true. And we'll have it where if they have stay, then they won't move unless like a specific condition is met. So let's go into here. So do that, and then we'll do goat variable stay. Why is that not? Oh, it's because the goats don't all have that. Oh, whoopsies, I just closed that to not make that. Whoopsie doodles. Damn. That's one thing I should have done whenever I was making this. I should have made half of these things global objects. I really should have done that, but I don't know why I didn't. You want Chinese food? Do you want me to DoorDash you by chance? Stealing up all my monies. I'm gonna be running out pretty soon if I keep DoorDashing you food and stuff all the time. Alright, let's see here. What was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. We're gonna do... What is this? Oh, let's grab the hook. Dang it, I can't see any of these things. There we go. Let me just open this. Because I had to shrink my game screen so I can see the chat. Okay, where's that? Goat. There he is. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna set it as a... Yeah, no, but then to that. Okay, fine. I guess we're gonna have to do this the boring way. Okay, go to main menu. I'm gonna delete this goat because we don't need that. Now we're gonna get rid of that, and then we're gonna go all the way over to the tutorial, and we're gonna go over to the goat, and we're gonna paste this and then apply. And we're gonna go over to the testing area, and we're gonna close this. We're gonna go to the enemies, and we're gonna paste this here again. We're gonna close that. And then we're gonna go over here and over here. We're gonna close these two. We're gonna go over to this godforsaken goat, paste another one, close this, go back over to this goat this time. We're gonna paste it here. And game over doesn't have goats. Map. What did I even have for the game over? I low-key don't remember. Oh, it was the one like almost horror type game over. I forgot about that. There we go. Okay, so now I should be able to go into here. I should be able to do this. If it'll load. One sec, let me. There we go, much better. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the goat, and we're gonna do goat variable stay. There we go. And we will make sure that that is false, and then it will move. And if it is not false, then it will move. Or other way around. If it is false, it'll move. If it is true, it won't move. That's that words. Bro, I can't wait for that day. That'll be magical. Truly, truly magical. Alright, let's see. Yeah, turn up the music a tiny bit. So we have some nice, peaceful music to listen to. Paige is a real person. True. Nah, she's actually just a figment of my imagination. Truly a tragedy. Okay, so we're also gonna do that is true, then we'll do goat pause. And now let's try this. So now in theory that goat on top of that thing should be staying. Wow, that just got launched. Yes, he stays. And he stares. And he waits. Ouch. Okay. And so then we'll make it where if you get close enough to him, then he will switch. So we'll do player, distance. Cheat code. No, don't tell them. I have to wait now. Alright. Alright, well, you enjoy your food. Very, very epic. Okay, so we'll say if there's a distance of 100 pixels or less, then the goat will switch to not stay anymore. So then he will move. The goat was taxidermy. No. The poor little lad. Okay, so now it should be, he stays still. Wow, that dude did like, dang, he did a whole ass flip. Okay. Can't be like that. Okay. So now if I go over here, he should be chilling. And then if I come over here. Oh. Okay, wait. I need to make it more than 100 pixels. Because that's too little. So let's do 200. So we'll double that. So now, whenever we go over there, he should run at me when I get close enough. Oh my god, go away from me. Wow, that was a beautiful shot. Just gonna kill this one too while we're at it. If I can make it jump. There we go. Double jump, my beloved. Okay, so now if I were to jump down here, it should jump at me. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Perfect. So you can either do that, or you can launch him ahead of time, which I feel like would be really funny. Indestructible lockout. Real. That's such a fun shot to do. I'm just shooting him when he comes down the stairs. Dude, this guy just does not want to die. He refuses. Okay, so you can either jump down there and shoot him, or you can just do this. Which I think is kind of funny. Perfect. See, this is W game design right here, guys. Game design, go crazy. Alright, so this will be our nice little starting opening area. Alright, so now we have silly goat abuse. So now we need to add some like parkour type puzzles or something. Because you can't have a thing without that. Right, guys? Right, guys? Alright. Honestly, we can add a thing kind of similar to the one in the tutorial. I feel like that would be a good thing to do. So do like that, and then we'll do like this. And then we'll add a little ledge here. A little ledge here. Actually, no, let's make that higher up. So then you have to like, you gotta work for that rocket jump. And then we'll put one up here, which means you can also technically rocket jump from here up to here. So then like you get an advantage if you also go over there for the funnies, you know? And then we'll have a little one up here. Or actually, you know, for that one, we'll just make it one. So then you have to like jump up there. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, and then we're just gonna also add in these just so that it like looks a little bit nicer. Or actually, not that. That'll go. We need this one. Wait. Huh? Wait, I'm tweaking. Okay, never mind. We're gonna put this way. And then we're gonna put this. Wait. I'm having an aneurysm. Bro, I'm actually, my brain's dying. One sec. Okay, wait. We're gonna do this. Good enough. C. Oh my gosh, guys, CJ reference? No. Okay, so we'll do that, and then, bro, yeah, I'm actually having my brain is dying. There we go. Good enough. Okay, look, see, CJ, that's a J, guys, right? I mean, it kind of like, I mean, if you remove this little column here, it looks like a J. Boom, CJ reference, pro strats. We're cooking, guys, we're cooking here. We're hardcore cooking. We are cooking more than people have ever cooked before in their lives. That's how hard we're cooking right now. Trust. If anybody says otherwise, execute them. No, dang. I need to get like mods on here. Like I need to have like some of you turned into mods so then I can do the whole meme of like mods bomb their house or some shit like that, you know. I need to get mods on here. I know Pigeon's obviously gonna be one, but also she's, you know, she actually has a life, so she's like, you know, busy most of the time doing actual things. Okay, so we do that. Okay. Let's see here. CJ, do you want to be promoted to a mod so then you can... I don't know, what do like mods even do on YouTube? Like I get on Twitch, they can like time people out and start polls and do all that stuff, but like what do YouTube mods do? I'm like trying to look right now. I have no idea. Oh, whoops, I just deleted that go from existence. I did not do that. Okay, so we'll do that and then we'll put a goat over here. Just to be a devious little shyster. And then we'll put another one up here because we're also just a devious little shyster. Perfect. Alright, so let's see how this first level looks for. Oh my god, this goat is already killing me. Let's go. Crazy. He just did a backflip off that thing. And so you can have a rocket jump up here like that. Or if you don't take that thing, you have to come over here and you have to rocket jump your way up like this. So to also try to just get rid of that goat. There you go. So then you have to rocket jump up here like that. Yeah, that's some good puzzle stuff right there. I think that's pretty good. I taught my all cat for 24 hours. That is lovely. I'm very proud of you for doing that. As you should be very proud of yourself. Truly wonderful. It's funny. Oh wait, also I just realized, because I changed how goats work, because they don't steal oranges anymore, I'm going to have to change what it says in the tutorial about them. One sec. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we'll just do, lastly, dealing with enemies. And then we'll just say just eliminate them by launching them into the air. There we go. Because, like, they don't really do anything different other than the demon. But, like, I feel like people will be able to pretty easily find out that a demon shoots shit at you. I wish you can destroy the crates. That's a really good idea, yeah. And then we could also have maybe like coins or some sort of collectible that you can just have just to like, you know, basically be like, congratulations, you got all the collectibles in this level. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. Let's do that. We'll add a little... What should the collectible be? Maybe we could do something like silly. Because like, you know, like in Banjo-Kazooie, they have those little fruits. We could do something like that instead of like the default like coins or something. Actually, one sec. While you guys ponder that, I'm going to really quickly grab a drink or something. So I will be right back. Alrighty, I have returned back from the grave. Okay, I got a drink and I got a little snacky snack. The two remote batteries are taped like Caesar static. That would be interesting, yeah. We could definitely do something like that, yeah. Like batteries or tapes, yeah. That'd be cool. Oh, you know what we could do? Idea. So I can put the munching sounds. I'm eating Oreos. So, you know how there's that like, sorry about that crisp opening sound. But you know how there's that like really super overpowered rainbow gun that I added? If you recall, I can show you again if you don't remember. I believe I just named it laser. Yeah, this thing. If you recall that. So for that, I mean, there is a super overpowered rainbow laser in Area 59. But I more specifically meant this one. We could have it where, because I was going to have that, because obviously that gun is super busted, and really unbalanced. So I was going to have that be like an unlock you get at the very, very end of the game. But what if we have it where the way to unlock that is you get all the collectibles, and like you said with like batteries, we could have the batteries be all the collectibles, and when you get enough batteries, it's technically like, in quotes, you have enough power to charge that gun, so then you unlock it. And so that would also encourage people to get all the batteries. I feel like that'd be fun. Let me also turn this back to the RPG. There we go. Yeah, rainbow batteries, that works, yeah. Okay, let's make us some rainbow batteries. Okay. I'm trying to think, because like, are we going for more? Oh my goodness, why is that so big? All right. Okay. So yeah, so let's say we're going for more like circular batteries. Okay. There we go. We'll do a little thing like that. And then we'll add. Oh, jeez. We'll add that little kind of little nub bit at the end of the battery. I kind of like having these little extra pixels there. Alright, there we go. And then we're just gonna make a nice gradient, basically. A nice little rainbow, per se. I'm gonna just put that across from here. Oh, put that over there. So we'll do that, and then we'll just slowly move our way across. Okay. Get a nice little rainbow thing going on here. Decay electricity. That looks nice. Was something kind of like that. Perfect. Wonderful. And then we're gonna use the blur tool there to make it look all nice and fancy. So we're gonna do that. And I'm just gonna copy and paste that to make it look a little more vibrant. And then we're gonna also take that, we're gonna put it on a layer under that one. And we're gonna put it right up here too. So then it kind of goes across nicely. Perfect. And so now we're just gonna get rid of this excess on the sides. Perfect. Now we're just gonna get rid of this little bit here in the middle. Perfect. Magical gay battery. And then obviously we'll, you know, add a more normal looking battery color for this. Okay, and then we're gonna probably change the color of this kind of stuff here. Actually, let me also do. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Okay. And then one sec, actually, before we do that, we're gonna do spray paint tool, my beloved, really quick, just to texture that up a little. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna take all of this outline. Oh, whoopsies, not done. I'm just gonna take all this. And we're just gonna slowly spray paint tool the color of that to be a little bit more what we're looking for. So I'll just do a little slight rainbowish gradient across this. There we go. And then we're just gonna darken this a little. Perfect. Rainbow battery. What we thinking, guy? Rainbow battery, yay or nah? I think that looks pretty good. Good enough for me. That is, at least. Okay, so I'll go here, PNG. I'll call it rainbow battery. I'll save that, export that, and then we will close that. Beautiful. So now let's spawn in our wonderful magical rainbow battery. And then we're just gonna really quickly here increase the size of that. There we go. Perfect. Now we have nice little batteries that you can collect. Muted container from DJ to digital. True. Very true. Oh, whoopsies. Just get rid of that. And then let's actually also make this a global object. So then this will be in every scene and we can add it accordingly. Which is something I should have done with like 90% of the things in this game, but I didn't because I'm dumb and I didn't think about it. So, you know. It is what it is. Okay. And then we're going to have okay. And so we'll have that, so then it'll count how many batteries you've got in this level. Perfect. And so then we'll go to the main code here really quick. And we'll add a new little thing here and we'll say player collision with the collectible. No, I just saw something. There we go. And so let's find the sound effect for the little firework explosion. I think it's a sound, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So let's see how that looks. And then we're also obviously gonna edit the thing to have little like movements, so it's not just. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, and so let's also actually, I forgot almost, to center the point of this. So then it'll create the explosion particle at the right spot. Okay. And then we're also gonna go down here and we're gonna do, for each object, collectible. We'll put this right here. And we'll do collectible tween is finished playing. 1. We'll do tween 2 is finished playing. Do collectible tween. That. We'll do at the beginning of the scene. We'll do that. So then in here, it should, oh, that's a beautiful flip. There we go. So now it has a little thing like that. We are going to make it a little bit smoother though. So we'll do that and then we'll do, let's do like 1 whole second, so then it like looks a little bit slower. And then we'll also add the sway effect, so it kind of goes from side to side. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. We're gonna make it. Honestly, let's make that more. Let's do over like 3 seconds, so then it's like a little bit smoother. And then we're also gonna actually really quickly go in here, go to its behaviors, and we'll do sway. And then we will change the scale to 0, so that doesn't mess with that. And then we'll do like 3 and 3. And so then it should sway side to side all nice, which will be nice. There we go. I think that is a little too small. Let's do 7. Let's do that. So then that should be just about exactly what we're looking for. Alright, so now it has a nice little like in and out, go like big and go small thing, and it's slowly rotating. And then whenever you pick it up, it has a nice little explosion. Beautiful. The ideas are too strong. What if there was a secret boss you could fight after getting the rainbow gun? Honestly, yeah, we definitely could do something like that. That could be pretty fancy. I mean, there was an idea somebody had for a, what's it called? They had an idea for a, oh, what was it? It was like a boss that was a giant crocodile that shot like pineapples or something at people. It was something like that. I vaguely remember seeing an idea that had something like that. Pretty funny stuff. Okay, so we'll add these collectibles around. Actually, you know what? Let's do one like right here, midair. So then you can like rocket jump through it to get it. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about like mid-air ones. That's a good idea. Let me see how that looks. You firing that dude. Let's pick up this. I missed. So let's go up here. Get that one. I missed! Double jump for the one. Yeah, so then we have that, and then you have to like rocket jump across like that to get it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think that's good. I am gonna make that one a tiny bit higher. So then you're more inclined to actually rocket jump upwards. The farm is out of control. This farm is out of control, seriously. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. Okay. So yeah, so we'll add some of those. You know what, we might maybe add like a little sneaky one like up here somewhere. I feel like that might be too high, but I want to have one where like you can only reach it if you do like the double jump. Like I want to have some where like you can only get it with the shadow dash and some you can only get it with the double jump. So then like it encourages you to like use certain abilities on certain levels, but it's not like required. You know, it's like just if you want to get all the collectibles. So like let's try like that. Let's see how that looks. So like you can't really see it. If you rocket jump, you can kind of see it. And if you rocket jump, double jump, then you can get it. I think that's really good. I feel like that'll add a lot of extra like variety to these things. I feel like some people are gonna actually think that the little batteries are like energy drinks, because they kind of do look a little bit like a can of soda. But like honestly, I'm okay with that too. It's a little rainbow thing. That's all that needs. That's all that matters. I missed. Oh wait, another thing I think I'm gonna do too, actually, so let me do this really quick. We're gonna make it where we'll do this. We'll say if the goat, if that is true, and the goat animation goes to the scream one, in other words, if it gets shot or takes damage, then it'll also deactivate it. So then if you shoot him, they'll start chasing you as well. Carpet bomb. Dude, I really need to add an item that's like the airstrike in TF2. Like where if you shoot while rocket jumping, it'll like rapid fire. That would be so sick. So yeah, so now if I like shoot this guy, he'll start like chasing after me. Wow, I just fucking pogo sticked off him. Crazy stuff. So like if I shoot him, then he'll run over. I feel like that just makes them feel a little more lively, per se. And you can also get it with the double jump there. Yeah, I like that. This is some quality level design. I was like, will we boss each level? Or I think we'll probably have one show up every couple levels. Like, we'll probably have, like, every 5 levels. Because there's 15 levels. So we'll probably do, like, what's it called? Yeah, 1 every 5 levels. So it'll be, like, 5 bosses. Or not 5. What the fuck? I can't count. It'll be 3 main bosses. We'll honestly probably have them be focused on these. So we'll have like a goat boss, a crab boss, and a demon boss, probably. And then, yeah, and then we could probably do a secret boss. That's like the rainbow boss that has, you know, some other shit. Maybe I'll do the, that thing that I mentioned earlier, the giant crocodile alligator thingy that like fires explosive pineapples at you, like homing missiles. That'd be funny. The fun thing too that I just remembered too is also in this, there is the, what's it called? Oh wait, also let's actually change the game over. I just remember this. Let's set the game over to at the end of it where it changes the screen. It takes you back to the home base. So then, you know. Rip Germany. Not Germany. Bruh. I was actually playing Isaac just the other day. That was pretty funny. We love Germany. He's just a silly little guy. Just a silly little lad. Actually, the fetus thing he has is, but that thing sucks. I hate that thing. I think that's annoying as hell. Also, if at any point if you want me to switch up the music, just let me know and I will switch it to like whatever. Right now we're just listening just like, it's this little like really wholesome, just like chill like jazz lo-fi ass playlist. That's mostly just like for just chilling while working. Cause it's not like, you know, obviously too, what's the word? Too intense, so it helps you, you know, it's easier for focusing. But like if you guys do want to listen to like something else, like some more intense shit, like synthwave or like, you know, anything else, or if you want to, and because I'm not really too concerned about copyright for like music and shit, because I'm not making, yeah, bar jazz, exactly, like, but obviously I'm not like making money off YouTube, so I don't really care too much about copyright. I'm mostly just doing this for funsies, you know, and just like to promote my games so the more people play them. And again, most of my games are free anyway. It's literally mostly just like because I like making games. It's cool. And it's cool to see people play them. It's really fun. Actually, speaking of, somebody recently played my newest game. Oh my god, it was such a cool playthrough. I was so happy. They like loved it too. It was very epic. Made me very, very happy. Greatly recommend checking it out. I actually posted a thing for that in the Discord server, if anybody ever wants to look at that. Very epic. Yeah, if I ever see somebody post a video of one of my games, I like always send it to the Discord server and I'm like, oh my god, guys, look, I played my game. And then I like, you know, tweak out as one does. That's always fun. Also, holy hell, it is hot out. I am fucking melting in here. Wishing I had AC. I miss being at Pigeon's house, bro. Pigeon's house has AC and oh my god, that shit's such a game changer. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. You know what, let's add a thing here that's just like the pit of doom. because I think it's funny. That's the nice thing is like game development is like you can literally do whatever you want and nobody can stop you. Like if I'm sitting here and I'm like, I want to add a pit of doom for shits and giggles, I'm adding a pit of doom for shits and giggles and no one can stop me. Like I'm adding a pit of doom. It's just like that's just what happens. That's what I love about game dev. It's like maximum creative potential. You can just do whatever you damn well please and no one can stop you. It's great. 2, 3, 4. There we go. So we'll add a little platform here. We'll add this. And then we'll just say, if you fall into this pit, you die. You just die. Actually, no. We'll be nice. I'll be nice. There is a bottom to the pit. Right. Hear me out. But the bottom of the pit is full of crabs. Hear me out. It just has like 400 trillion crabs down there. And they are chomping at the bits to bite the shit out of you. You know you made it if we played. Yeah, for real, bro. If he played one of my games, oh my god, that would make my fucking day. That would make me so happy. That would be so epic. A very, very baller. I feel like he honestly would like some of them too. But like, you know, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But like I do think that I mean it's also just good to have some self-confidence, but I feel like a lot of my games, well not a lot, but like the more recent ones, the like horror games, are pretty damn good quality, you know? I'm very proud of them. I think they're good. Like, you know, like Grief, Acceptance, See Through Static, Sounds from Silence, you know, like those ones. I think those are pretty good. I mean Pale Woods is also good too, but again that was like a very short made game jam game, and you can basically beat that game in like 5 minutes. Not to say that it's like not good or anything, but story wise and other things, the other ones are definitely better. But it is still a nice addition. It's still like a fun and interesting game. Very neat. Oh fuck, I almost forgot the whoopsies. I almost forgot the hitbox for the platform up here. I almost literally just made like a troll thing, like where you just jump and then fall through the fucking platform. That would be so evil. The question is, if you do manage to kill all the crabs down here, like how do you get out? Because at that point you're just dead. Like you're just dead. You just die. So like, and let's also add a collectible up here too. Can't forget that. I could be really evil too and add collectibles like floating over here too. So like, if you miss it, then you have to jump across it multiple times trying to get it and hope you don't fall. That would be kind of funny, but that would also be really evil. You know what? We'll do that, and then I mean we could have this just be a big thing of water. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. My Wi-Fi just disconnected because Mediacom. Fucking Mediacom. But yeah, really quick. And we're gonna test out this pit of doom that I've made. Oh, I'll get trick shot. Oh my god, did you see that? The backflip into the explosion. Crazy. Actually, what if I try and do like... Oh, I messed it up. Oh, the momentum just doesn't carry. Big sad. Okay. Well, that's it. Oh, what the fuck? Where are the crabs? Oh. Oh my goodness. Why are they just running to the corner? Crabs, are you okay? Why are the crabs walking into the corner endlessly? Sir Crabberton, what the fuck? Also, let me pull the chat again because I shut up. There you go. Hooray! Okay. Wait, why are the crabs just running endlessly into a wall? Oh, it's because they're running to the capybara. That's why we don't want them running to the capybara. We want them running to the player. The capybara is not here. Crabs are said you infiltrated their home. True. So true. And so I'm also trying to do like... I don't know if this will do anything, but I'm just curious. I want to see if I could do this and the crabs like split up a little. Oh, fuck, I opened the map. Whoopsie doodles. We're just gonna like speed run this shit up. The power of rocket jump plus double jump is insane. If you like really get good at that, you can just fly. Oh, let's see. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, you know what? Actually, no, this is perfect. This is perfect. Because, like, look, you look at it and you're like, oh, it's just a crab. And then you shoot it and it splits into like 500 trillion crabs. Oh my god, they're all dead. You know what? That works. I'm okay with that. That's kind of funny, not gonna lie. And then if you get stuck here, you can just rocket jump your way out off the side. Think of like rocket jumping out of the water in 2 Fort. You just do that. That's funny though. I like that. The giant massive crabs. That's kind of hilarious, not gonna lie. That's genuinely funny as shit. In my personal opinion. Okay, we'll put this down here. So then you have more incentive to go to stuff. You know what? Let's put a collectible down here. We'll put a collectible down at the bottom of the water. That'd be funny. Gotta hide some sneaky collectibles, you know. I'd say this is coming along pretty good though for level 1. We got some goat action, we got some crab action, we got some nice little collectibles. We have some secret ones, you know. We have the hidden one up here that you can only get with the double jump, rocket jump, and the little one down here. Like, I'd say it's pretty good. Maybe I should. What's up? How would you get around if you're playing Wraith? If you're playing Wraith, you can just do the thing where you just rocket jump off the side. So like here, actually, let me switch over to Wraith, just for like demonstration purposes. If I can fucking spell, oh my god. Okay. Alright, let me go into this. Fucking speed running. I feel like Wraith will also be really good. That's the thing that I really like, that I'm really happy with, like how we did all this stuff, is like, they're both really good for like mobility and speed running in their own ways. Like for this one, you can use it to like make hella vertical, or not vertical, hella horizontal distance, like super fast. But with the other one, you know, you can make really high vertical distance, which is really good. But yes, for this, so obviously, you know, I can't really get out of here, you know. But if I rocket jump off the wall here, then it'll get me up, no matter which one I'm using. Oh my god, I forgot that if you go high enough, you can like... Oh, you can still get it with Wraith! Okay, you know what? That's low-key sick. I didn't even think about that. That's kind of sick, though. If you jump up here, and you rocket jump in Wraith form, twice, you can actually still get it. That's sick! I didn't even plan for that. That's so good. I actually love that, how you can get them with both. So it's like, technically easier to do with double jump, but like, that's sick. Bro, I'm actually so happy with that. This game's shaping up pretty damn good. If I do say so myself. And I do. Alrighty, that's nice. And then we'll add another staying goat over here. And let's also, I'm gonna actually increase the distance on the goats chasing you thing, because 200 still feels a little less, like too little. So let's switch that to like 300. That should be good. Sweet, well, this is coming out pretty good. So the question is, how long do we want the levels to be, though? Let me think. Honestly, if I like more or less double the length of this current level, I think that should be roughly around what I'm going for, I think. Vaguely. That should be fine, yeah. Yeah, so we could do something like that and then have a little a little flag at the end or something. And then once you get the flag, it'll be like, you know, level complete. And it'll show like the level time of how fast you did. And then, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, wait 1 sec. I'm going to really quickly run to the bathroom. I will be right back. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying so far. I'm having a blast working on this. We're getting a bunch of stuff done, which is really, really nice. And we're getting a better idea too of how we want to like flesh out the gameplay for this, which is really, really important. Very good. All right, I'll be right back. Also, if you have any suggestions for like music genre switches, just let me know, and I will switch things up. Alrighty, I have returned. Alright, sorry. I'm gonna switch up the music really quick. Just because we've been listening to the same thing for like a bit now. And I would like to listen to something else for a tiny bit. Let's see. Let's see here. You know, we could listen to the okay, Deadbolt soundtrack or Risk of Rain soundtrack. Make your choice. That sounded like a fucking Saw type question, but like, so right now I just put on Deadbolt, but if you want Risk of Rain, we can switch that. I feel like something like that right now. If you have a preference, just let me know. Risk of Rain. Oh, okay, Risk of Rain. Alright, so let me open. Risk of Rain 2. Alright. It is vibing time, gamers. Okay. I have it set to the thing. Okay. Alright, if the volume is ever too loud or too quiet, just let me know. And I will adjust it accordingly. Okay. Back to level designing. Okay. Let's add. You know, let's add a like slightly harder, more what's the word? Specific jumping puzzle. So let's, or not puzzle, but like just parkour thing. So we'll add ones that are like one block. So you have to be like really, really, really accurate with it. So we'll add in a little floor here. Though, to be fair, you could technically use the what's it called? The double jump thing to get all the way up there. But, you get the point. Okay, so let's do something like that, and then we'll do like, we'll make a little drop here, but not like a super big drop, just like a little one, just a teensy weensy little one. Yeah, turn up the volume a little. There we go. Beautiful. Alright. And then yeah, let's add a collectible up here really quick. We'll add 2 of them. And then we will extend this over. And then we will add this little bit here. Okay. And then we'll add a little block for these. There we go. Now there's some extra little specific jumps that you can try to make. Just fucking launch that, dude. Oh, I missed. Wait. Oh, I'm not using the double jump though. Okay, I'm just gonna try to get every collectible so far. Okay, so we're gonna have to jump up here. Got it. Okay, nice. I'm gonna kill the giant unholy abomination of crabs. Oh. Oh. One sec. I just gotta. Oh. Okay. Right. Just gonna grab that. I'm gonna grab this. And then, yeah, then we have some little super specific jump. Damn it. Alright. I think I'm also gonna add a thing that'll like disable the water bucket for aha! I got it. Alright. And yeah, then there's a little drop. And then we'll add some more stuff. Alright. Feels like something you would make. I mean, I do take inspiration from Chris Christodoulou, who's the person who made this music. He is like probably my favorite musician just in general. Chris Christodoulou is so epic. His music is so baller. Banger as hell. Truly magical. I aspire to someday make music of this quality. Honestly, his music was like what first got me into like making little like synth solos and stuff. Cause like, bro, his just goes so hot. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. Wi-Fi fucking killed itself again, as it does. Gotta love it when the Wi-Fi does that. Mediacom, real. I hate Mediacom. Rah! Okay, we're also gonna put an evil medkit here, just cause like that's low-key funny. And very devious. Okay. Fake medkit, go crazy. And then we'll add a real medkit up here. So then you have a collectible and a medkit. That'd be nice. So let's like speedrun this really quick. Minus getting all the collectibles. We're just gonna do this so we take a couple hits. Okay, let's go. Boop. Boop. Okay. There we go. So now you get that and the medkit. And then if you try to get this medkit... Oh, whoopsies. You know what? That's for the best. But you know you get the point. If you touch the medkit, you take damage now. Oh, I fell into the abyss. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll have another little dip here. We'll have almost like big stairs. There we go. We'll do something like that, and then we'll have like a couple little like mini platforms up here. We'll probably just like throw a collectible on top of those two. Okay, let me get this. I'll get that. I'll put this right here. I'll put this right. Turn it. Every episode, it's too much. Maybe? I don't remember off the top of my head, but I feel like you might have. It's like you might have, but I probably just forgot. If that makes sense. I am a certified dementia gamer. Go. Okay, we'll do that. We'll add a nice med kit here. There we go. So we'll have a couple little med kits. There we go. So we have that med kit, this fake med kit, and then this nice med kit. Okay, looks good. Looking good so far. Alright, sweet. And then we'll add some normal goats down here. Let's see. That should be just about almost enough for like a full level. Alright, sweet. Thinking. Ha. Quote a villager, probably. They probably said that. So we'll just hide the bucket for now, also. So then if you jump in the water, it should not appear in there. One sec, we're just gonna like speed run through this. Oh, what's this? I'm just gonna take damage from this just to make sure it works still. Okay, and then you can just launch it out of there. So that's how you can like check. Ouch. Oh, that goes too low. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Okay, so that goes way too low. Okay, so let's put this more like right here. That goat has been cemented forever, for all of eternity, never to escape. Alright, I'll put him over there. Oh yeah, no. That was just what's it called? I accidentally made it go too low to the point where it went below the background. That's my bad. Okay. Oh yeah, speaking of water, oh my god, the whole point of me even doing that test run was to get to the water so I could see if the bucket disappears properly. Whoopsies, forgot to do that. Ouch. Okay, good, there we go. Okay, so now the bucket won't appear, so then you don't have to be confused about the capybara stuff, because the capybara's not here. Ow. Screw you, evil make it. Alright, let's make sure this also works good. Perfect, it's not going below the world map. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright, so let's just extend this. And then we'll just extend that a bunch. We'll maybe add like a couple little, what the hell? Okay. We'll just add some little things like that. And just little, you know, stuff to just spice up the area around a little. And then also give us, you know, an excuse to spawn in some more of these. You know what? 3 of these goats, then if you shoot it, it'll split into 3 goats, and you're like, what the fuck? Because that would be low-key kind of funny. You know, gotta, as the saying goes, never let them know your next move. We'll just do that with the goats. Just spontaneous goat duplication. They'll be like, what the fuck? That'd be great. Okay. And then, yeah, and then I think we're just gonna go over here and just add a super tall ball, and then this will be the end of level 1. And then, yeah, and then we just need to basically add a, what's it called? Add a little, kill one thing into a difficult spot. Exactly. Do you remember whenever we did the one test, we respawned, what was it? Was it like 100 goats? Dude, oh my god, that shit was so fucking funny. I need to add that in one of the levels. Like, just like, a level where, like, near the end or something, there's like, yeah, like, I might not do 100 because that, like, lag spiked the shit out of the game, but I might do, like, 50. Which probably still lag spike it, but it won't, like, you know, make it crash, maybe. Hopefully, in theory. You know, so that could be kind of funny. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll have another goat up down here, but this will be one of the staying goats. And then over here, we'll just have a little flag of some kind. We'll call this, like, ending flag. And I already have a flag from the map, which is, like, perfect. And then we're just gonna increase the size of this really quick here. Is that to the pixel? That looks like it's roughly the pixel ratio. Alright. And then we'll just put another goat down here. Perfect. Alright, beautiful. And then we'll have a little flag right here. And then we'll make that a global variable, or not global variable, global object. So then this works in other things too. And then we'll just do, let me also actually change this to like -7. Perfect. Mini boss, goat horde. Bro, actually that low-key could be the goat boss. It's just 50 goats packed into one. That would be kind of hilarious, not gonna lie. I would love that. Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, so now we just gotta make it where I'll just go over here. I'll just duplicate this, might as well. And I'll just do players in collision with ending flag. We'll do fade variable, fade to black, set to true. And we'll do wait like 5 seconds. And then change the scene, set to home base. Or actually, oh no, because we have to do like a score thing, don't we? I don't want to do that right now. Okay, you know what? We'll just do this for now, and then we'll change that. Bro, this is such a MediaCom moment. MediaCom sucks, bro. I hate MediaCom. It blows. It's like so bad. So we gotta do levels done. Add or set to 1. You know, we'll just do add 1, and then we'll do Must not equal to. There we go. So then it should add that. Okay, let's see if this works. So let's go to the map just for testing purposes. We'll click on this. It'll take you to the level. Obviously, we're gonna add some extra quality of life things, like just like details about the level and that kind of stuff, or like a name for the level. But just right now, for getting the bare bones testing stuff done. So we'll just like grab this stuff. Actually, the main goal here is to just get to the end, so then we can test if the thing works. Speed running this level. Okay. Okay. Oh, what the? Okay, it did work. One sec. Let's see here. So why did that not? Let's see here. You know what? I think I know what the problem is. 1 second. It's that. So we're gonna do fade. There we go. Yeah, that should be why. Okay, so now if I were to go into here, or not there, go to the map. So if we go to this level, just gonna, speed run through all this. Oh, I messed it up. Oopsies. Perfect. Okay. So it fades out and then should change the level. So we're just gonna adjust just gonna close that, close that. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So now it'll do that and then teleport you back to the home. Perfect. Alrighty, that is level 1 completed. And so yeah, so now we just need to add like the timer and that kind of stuff. But you know, we'll get to that eventually. Alrighty. Honestly, I think, yeah, I'm staying for 2 hours. That should be about it for today. Very, very good progress. And perfect timing as the song is ending. Alrighty. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Later.